Hey, welcome to Makeup for Teens. I am your host, Tay Rosé. Now, I can say that it's been a year exact since I have come on here to do an episode, alright? So I just want to talk quickly about that before I get started into this fourth episode. I know I did 3 videos. I forgot what the third episode was about, if I'm transparent with you. I totally forgot what that was about. I took a break from it because there wasn't a lot of traffic with it. There wasn't a lot of interaction with it. But I noticed that my e.l.f., my very first episode, there were 92 views on that. It's close to 100, even though I'm at a point in my life where it's not about the views, it's about the interaction with you all and just getting the message out there with everything that is happening in the makeup biz. But I know I originally made this podcast series to let teenagers know, or anyone that is new to makeup, honestly, let y'all know, okay, these are the brands I trust, these are the brands I've tried, they're tried and true, and here we are. Here's what I recommend, here's what I don't recommend. Like, that is where I'm at. But I have another project that I'm working on, okay? And so that one is going to be a little different. That one is more so geared towards older persons. But if you are between the ages of 12 and 17 or 12 and 18, however old you are watching it, you can go on there. You're more welcome to look at that. But that one's going to be more deeper. It's a lot deeper versus here where I'm just talking about makeup tips and tricks and such. And because I decided to re-up on this podcast series alongside another project, I'm going to call it the podcast hour. It'll be Saturdays at 12 p.m. Eastern Central Time, or Eastern Standard Time. I don't know where Central came from, but we're going to get into it. So this fourth episode is Milani Cosmetics, alright? So this is the one brand that I have not talked about yet. If you remember my first 3 episodes, I was talking about the brands that I've tried when I started wearing makeup, and then products I like, and then products I recommend for you all, alright? So when I discovered Milani Cosmetics, now this, I discovered it there in college. I know where I'm from, they used to have a Kmart, but now there's no longer a Kmart there. It's a home store, and I used to go there and buy my products. I know 2 products that I bought from there, and if you're wondering why I'm looking over here, I have my notes here. But I bought 2 products by Milani, and they were both the Color Statement lipsticks. There was one that is Bahama Beige. Now that color is so amazing. Like, I honestly, I went down to the brim. Like, I panned down to the T when it came on to the Bahama Beige. So that one's really good. And then there was an orange shade that I do not remember. It was so bright. Like Tay now would not wear that bright orange lipstick like Tay back then. Like, I was very bold with the color choices in regards to my lip color. And then the worst thing behind it, I wouldn't line it, and I didn't wear like the foundation or skin tint, or it was none of that. Like, it was just eyeshadow, and that, like, the makeup was makeuping like back at that time, but I had to grow with the trend for everything to look more appropriate. But that is when I discovered Milani Cosmetics. So here are the products that I have used. So I have tried the Milani Baked blush, and this is in the shade Radiant. Okay, I did try that. I like all their baked blushes. I have one called Luminoso, and when I'm wearing orange shadows, I apply to the apples of my cheeks, and then keep like the rest of my cheeks matte. I like shimmery or luminous blush shades around the apples of my cheek. I don't know, I just like that. I just like that vibe for my face. Another one that I have tried is the Color Fetish Matte lipsticks, and I did make a video on, or 2 videos on these products. I make sure to link them in the cards. I did buy the Nude collection, and I did buy the Florals collection, so I make sure to have those in the cards for those of you who are watching on YouTube. A third product that I tried by Milani that I like was the Make It Last Matte Setting Spray, which I went back to it not too long ago, and I like it, but the one that I got was messed up. Like, when I was trying to spray it, like, you could see splits of the charcoal spray on my face, and so I was like, So unfortunately I had to throw that out. But I do have the Milani Make It Last spray, the regular one. It has a natural finish and it really does give you a natural look. I love that so much. The second to final product I've used is their Stay Put eyeshadow primer. I've tried it. I don't like it, but then again, I don't think I like eyeshadow primers altogether. Like, I want, when I put on a primer, it looks like concealer, and I honestly do not like that concept. That is where concealer comes in hand. So that's a no for me. And then finally, products I have used, the final one is the highly rated lip gloss. Now that is very shimmery, not shimmery, it's very glossy on the lip. Like, I love it oh so very much, but I barely wear it because it's clear, and when you use clear lip glosses and all the time, it starts to get dirty and it has like that murky look. So it's best if you are wearing it to do it once, or like you put it on the back of your hand, or you get like a lipstick brush or a lip brush and you use a lip brush and apply on your lips and then go from there. I wouldn't recommend you put the applicator on your lips, especially if you're wearing a brown lip liner. It is game over right from there. And then there's one more product that I like, and I just started using it as of recently, and it's gonna tie in together. But I have been loving the Milani Highly Rated Lash and Brow Serum. Now, if you have watched my series Keeping Up with Tay Rosé, you would know that I wear lash clusters. And back in the days before lash clusters was introduced, I would wear falsies, and I didn't have any lashes at all. So I would just... So, and I was mad. But then I've come to my senses that there's times where I just want to wear mascara. And so I recently purchased I purchased it before, but I didn't see any results. So I used another brand. But now I'm going back to the Milani Lash and Brow Serum. I mainly use it on my lashes because my brows, I can fill that in and it looks fine. But my lashes are another story. And I've noticed that there is a huge difference between how my lashes look before and how my lashes look now. They actually are long, and when I put on any thickening mascara, it gives my lashes the volume that is much needed. So I'm going to just shift gears to products I recommend. So I definitely recommend the Milani Highly Rated Lash and Brow Serum. If you are someone with short lashes like myself, I say that it works. Okay, I'm a product tester at heart. I'm not gonna lie to you, that actually works. So I would recommend that. I also recommend the Milani Baked Blush. All right, and if you are a beginner, I would say go for something that is neutral for your shade. All right, you gotta go based on your comfort zone. You don't want to go too bright or too loud with your blush shade, especially knowing that this is radiant, so it has some sparkles, some shimmer in there. I recommend Apples of the Cheeks to make it bright, and then you blend it into like a matte blush shade. That's what I recommend, but that is just me. I have two more products I recommend for y'all. The Make It Last setting spray. That is really good if you are someone that has oily skin and you put on your makeup and your makeup gets oily throughout the day. I recommend the matte. If you are someone that wants that natural feel to your makeup, then I would recommend the natural finish version. I think both are really good, but you have to play by ear based on your face. Finally, I recommend the highly rated lip gloss. I know there's a lot of teens out there now that love the lip gloss, but this Milani one is really good. Like, you are not going to be disappointed at all. Like, it's chef's kiss. Right here I have advice, which I have something else coming up behind this, but I would recommend you try their skincare. Like, it is so amazing, but you have to play by ear based on what you want, because they have some for brightening, they have some skincare products for calming your skin, so you have to do research ahead of time. And I used to buy the Rose collection because Rose brightens your skin, so I used to do that, and I can say that it helps out a whole lot. Okay, like, it really does brighten your skin and makes your skin feel smooth, feel great. So I don't see an issue with your skincare products. But if you want to stick to the makeup, then fine, you can do that as well. But this is one of the shortest podcast series this is one of the shortest episodes that you'll ever get from me. All right. So if you'd like to know any other brands that I did not mention, then you can comment that down below, and then I'll generate some ideas based on that. See what I recommend, what I don't recommend, because there are a few more on my sleeve, but I didn't try them growing up. Some of them, like a lot of them, came when I started working. So I don't mind talking to y'all about the brand, what I've tried, and what I don't recommend for the teenagers. I do have a 3-part series coming up. All right, and it is about lashes. Okay, and that's part of the reason why I mentioned the lash and brow serum. There was something that came up a couple days ago. It wasn't through my Instagram, but my sister and I, we were talking about it, and I was just thinking that now a lot of girls are doing a lot with their lashes. I'm not going to say too much, but there's a lot of girls that are doing a lot with their lashes, and then there are side effects to what's happening to our eyes and then what's happening to our lashes. So in the next few episodes, I want to delve deeper into lashes, okay? Because, and plus too, I'm someone that does lash clusters, and I know people close to me that do either lash clusters and or lash extensions. And there's a lot that's happening, and there's girls out here that are unaware of the dangers until it happens to them. Unfortunately, there's a lot of us that say, oh, that's not gonna happen to me, until it happens, and then there's a life altering consequence, which I'm not going to get into it in this episode, but I'm just giving you the heads up that the next 3 episodes will be focused on lashes, and I actually have a title for that next episode, and it's called Lash Dangers. So I will be delving into the dangers behind both lash extensions and lash clusters, and then what to do if you encounter any of those lash dangers. All right, but I'm going to stop myself right there. Thank you for tuning into Makeup for Teens. I will catch you in the next episode. Bye.